Welcome to the Hot Mess Express. That's me. Hey everyone, it's Amy and welcome back to my channel and to another No Bio update. If you're new, hello, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around. I do these No Bio updates at the end of every month where I share my successes, my struggles, and what the heck I have actually been spending my money on. If that sounds like a good time to you, I will link my No Buy playlist in the description box down below, along with the details of our No Bio Facebook group, which is a cool place to hang out if you want to connect with other people who are trying to spend less and own less junk. Also, before we jump into today's video, don't forget to take a second to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into this July No Buy update. July was... trying to find the words for July. A demon. Personally very glad to see the back of it and to be finally doing a review on what seemed to be the longest month of the longest year in the history of time. Let's kick things off by talking about my successes for the month of July. And I have a couple of things I want to touch on here. The first thing being my 5-day declutter. If you haven't heard of this, where have you been? I've been talking about it incessantly to the point that it's probably very annoying to you now, and I apologize. But I really enjoyed it and I felt so productive. It felt really good to be able to look at all this junk I have accumulated that has been really bothering me and weighing me down, and to be able to just release it out of my life. And the big difference this time, because I've done some epic declutters in the past where I've gotten rid of a bunch of stuff, but this time it felt different because I'm on a no buy year, so I know I'm not going to be bringing new junk in to replace the junk that I decluttered. Like, I've got rid of all this stuff, I've cleared up this space, and now that space is protected by the no buy year. Nothing new can come in to take up that space, and that feels really good. The other kind of success that I had this month is more of a tip that I stumbled upon and I want to share with you guys. Some of you maybe are already doing this. I hadn't thought to do this in the past, and so maybe it will be useful to some of you if you're like me and you didn't think of it. I am starting to get to the point where some of my stockpile of makeup and beauty products, I'm like coming to the end of certain products. So when I'm running out of things like face cream, I'm really stopping and thinking to myself, okay, this is not really an essential item, but I kind of do enjoy having it in my life. So then I sat down and I thought, okay, is there a way, now that the stockpile of face cream is used up, that I can get some face cream for free? And the answer was yes. So my mom is very much like me in that she has a stockpile of a bunch of beauty products that she never uses. So I went to her and I asked if she had anything that maybe she wasn't going to use that I could take off her hands, and I hit the jackpot. She is just like a collector of free samples or gift with purchase type things. So she had this face cream. It's a Nukes. What is this word? I don't know. But it's an anti-dark spot fluid with an SPF 20, which is great. Apparently it's gonna help correct and limit the appearance of spots, which I would love because my face is one big breakout right now. Then she also gave me a bunch of other samples. She had a shampoo, this little cleanser, a day cream. Oh, another day cream. Oh my god, I'm set. I am set until the end of the year for sure. So I just thought that was a really great tip, is just to ask the people around you if they have what you need that they are not going to use. And it doesn't necessarily have to be beauty related products. It could be maybe you're going to a fancy event and you don't have the appropriate dress. Do you have a friend who has something that you could borrow for the night? Or a family member who's an avid reader that you could say, hey, do you have any books that I could borrow that you recommend? If you have a friend who's someone like me or my mom who has more beauty products than they know what to do with, then you'd probably be doing them a favor by asking, hey, do you have anything in your stash that you don't really love that maybe I could try out and maybe it'll work for me? It's worth asking before you go out and spend the money. My only real struggle for the month was getting to that point of finding I was running out of certain products. It was quite frustrating. I ran out of a mascara, a primer, and a face cream this month. And just feeling like that stockpile is wearing out is a good thing, because nobody needs a stockpile of beauty products. But it's also kind of frustrating to have to then go out and repurchase things. I've pretty much been just like living off of the stockpile for this whole year. So now that I'm having to go out and buy things, I'm like, I don't want to go back to that life. But eventually, obviously, you have to. So while we're on the topic of having to go and spend money on things, let me tell you what I spent my money on this month. It was a pretty cheap month for me, because I spent 2 weeks in quarantine where I literally couldn't go anywhere. That was fun. Also, before we get into this, I get a lot of comments from you guys asking what spending tracker I use. It's a very basic one. It's for free on the App Store, and it's just called Spending Tracker. It's very basic. It looks very old school, but it works. Like, you can keep account of everything. You can make different categories. You have little charts. Hey, so you can see exactly where your money's going. So that's what I use. Okay, so this is the first month that we are actually working in pounds now that I'm back in the UK. So I've set my monthly budget at £500 because that's a little less than what I set myself when I was living in Bahrain, but my cost of living is going to be less here, so I adjusted for that. Okay, I spent £39.95 on gifts this month. I spent £29.67 on new glasses, and I was putting off buying new glasses, not because I didn't want to spend the money, but just because I am lazy. And a couple of days ago, I actually got an email from Famu, which is an online glasses retailer that sell super cheap glasses. I've worked with them in the past to make videos and promote them to you guys because I think they're great. And they offered me a coupon for like free frames to make another video about their glasses. So the $29.67 was just me upgrading the lenses. I'm so excited because, okay, this is a tangent that nobody asked for, but I'm getting those lenses that like stop the blue light getting into your eyes. There's a technical term for that. It filters the blue light when you're on your laptop or when you're on your phone, and they're also fingerprint resistant. I'm very excited about this. I cannot wait for them to get here and for me to show them to you guys. And can we just take a second for the fact that even if I had paid the full price without the coupon, those glasses would have come to, I think, $60 for glasses with the best lenses. These right here, the purchase I regret most in my whole life, these Ray-Bans were £400. Why? Anyway, that's a rant for a different day, but I bought new glasses. I spent $24.23 on a Domino's pizza and I don't regret it. I spent £11.98 on photo corners. What this is, because you're probably like, what are you even talking about? These are little sticky corners that you use to stick your photos into albums. And one of my big challenges now that I'm home is to organize all our family photos. And using these little sticky corners has just made the whole process so much easier. Also, if you guys want a video about that whole process, because it's been weeks and it's only halfway done, of me organizing the photos, decluttering sentimental photos, putting things into albums, let me know, because I'm ready to document that process. And it has been a process. Oh my gosh. Okay, I spent £10 on lottery tickets this month. I'm not proud of it, and I generally don't play the lottery that often, but like I said, this was a month and I just felt like I deserved to win £25 million, but I didn't. I spent £9 on a new conditioner because obviously people have to wash their hair. I've started including my monthly donation as part of my budget now that everything's consolidated into one bank account. So that's £2.50 to the Born Free Foundation. I spent £1 investing in stocks. £1. I feel like this is a good time to invest. I know nothing about stocks, which is why I only bought £1, but it is something I'm trying to get involved in. I've lost 10 pence so far. It's not going well for me. And then I spent £1 on a Simply Cook box, which is one of those recipe boxes where they send you the ingredients and then you make a meal, except they don't actually send you the ingredients. I thought they were gonna send me everything I needed to make a meal. They don't. They kind of just send you the sauces and the seasonings. So I don't really get it. But it was only £1. Like, I got it on a special offer. They were doing an introductory offer where you could get 1 box for £3. And then I used a coupon code from my Honey browser plugin that I love, and I took it down to £1. It's definitely not something that I would pay full price for, but for £1. So that brings my total spending for the month to £129.33. So very much under budget. Just don't have anything to spend money on still, since, you know, quarantine, lockdown. I'm still isolated in the house with nowhere to go. I mean, technically I could go places, but I don't want to. There's a disease out there and I don't want to get involved. Okay, so that was my no-buy update for July. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to know in the comment section how you guys no-buyers are going. Are you finding it easy in lockdown, or are you finding it more difficult? I feel like some people like me are just like, yeah, I have nothing to spend money on now, win win win. And other people, because they're stuck at home and they're bored, they're spending more. So where do you fall on that spectrum? Let me know, because I find it interesting. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I love you all so much, and I will see you all soon. Bye!